Namaste. Hi there, it's me, Stacey Lei, and of course I'm here with Miss Foxy Brown. Welcome to yoga, and thank you for joining me. This session will focus on physical strength and physical awareness. I've got a very special prop for today's class. It's one of my favorite formats. We'll be using a wall to help us gain muscular strength and awareness by giving us resistance and feedback. If you've never done a wall class with me before, well, you're in for a treat. I'm so glad you're here. If you have a picture hanging on the wall, please take it down and stay very aware as to where that hook or nail is, because you don't want to cut yourself. Make sure that you've got enough open space, and then set your mat up just like this. You can also use a carpet. Okay, you'll need a yoga block, and if you don't have a block, you can grab a cushion or a pillow from your sofa or from your bed, and then finally a small hand towel will help you to stay comfortable during this series. You can place the hand towel in the middle of your mat and keep your block nearby. Our theme for today is surrender, surrendering to the process, okay? So see if you can do that with me. Come back against your wall. Keep your feet about 6 inches away from the wall, and then just lean your hips back. Notice how nice it feels to just lean back and trust that the support is there for you. Now tilt your pelvis forward, okay, so that your tailbone starts to angle down towards the floor. And as soon as you do that, you'll feel your lower back make contact with the wall. Draw your navel in. Feel your lower back starting to lengthen. Widen through your ribs and widen through your shoulders. Now take a moment to just breathe. Inhale and exhale. You breathe while I talk, okay? Your exhale should be very long, elongated, and slightly audible. These long extended exhales will help keep you relaxed, okay? It will help keep your heart rate down so that your blood pressure doesn't build up too high. We'll be holding some postures today. And when we hold a posture, a strength posture, it's called an isometric. And the isometric postures can boost our blood pressure, which is why when we exhale, we can keep our bodies in control. It's called self-regulation. You've got that power within you. Inhale, exhale. So just stay with me and surrender to the process today. I think you're gonna love it. Now that you've felt the security of the wall and you felt how good those long, deep exhales are, let's warm up our bodies a little bit. So you can press your fingers against the wall and dismount. Take a few steps away from the wall. Press your ankles together, your knees together. Lift your thighs up off your knees. Engage your seat, engage your core, and stretch your arms up overhead. Fingers wide, thumbs back. This is the mountain pose. Now, interlace your fingers, point your index fingers up, and then lean and stretch a little bit to the right and a little bit to the left. Lengthen in the center. Stretch your side body, lengthen in the center. Exhale as you stretch. Inhale. Audible extended exhales. Let's have one more set, please. Now return to the center, separate your hands, and begin rolling your elbows back. Now my plan for us today is for you to move through these postures without the wall, and then we'll move against the wall so that you could feel the difference. Let's hold our cactus arms, fingers wide open, thumbs back. Draw your tailbone down, pelvis forward again, and engage your abdominals. Lift your chest. Give yourself a little smile because you showed up today. Inhale, stretch up overhead and flip your palms towards me. Now bend your knees and place your hands on your thighs. Straighten and bend your legs. Just a few more times. Straighten and bend. Lengthening behind your knees. Bend your knees this time and hold. And now stand up. Let's repeat that series one time. Inhale, reach up overhead. This is the mountain pose. Interlace your fingers, index finger up. Half moon to the right, hold. Inhale to the center, half moon to the left, hold. Inhale to the center, exhale, open up your elbows, cactus pose. Draw your tailbone forward, engage your abdominals. Inhale, stretch up high and flip your palms. Bend your knees, come down to chair pose, hold. Straighten your legs, bend your legs. Stand tall, inhale and exhale. Now let's step back, lean against the wall, and we'll practice those same postures with a completely different awareness. This time, you'll separate your feet just hip distance apart. Be sure that you're leaning your butt up onto the wall, thumbs to your shoulders, and now stretch your arms overhead, the mountain pose. Now press your thumbs back into the wall behind you. Keep pressing back. So fingers are open, thumbs are pressing back, and here is the isometric contraction that I talked to you about. So as you feel the back of your shoulders strengthening, long, audible exhales. Okay, melt your right arm down and slide your finger along the wall, half moon to the right. Now continue to press your thumb into the wall. See how that feels. Another option is to bring your fingers behind your head and press your elbow against the wall. So you choose which is best for you. And now listen, press your left foot down a little bit harder into the floor. Now you should feel a stretch from your foot up to your hip, all the way across your ribs, along your shoulders, into your fingers. Come back up to the center, please. Stretch your right arm up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, your left arm melts down. Let's slide over to the side. And whichever arm position you held on the right side, do the same thing here. You could keep your arm long or bring your hand behind your head, your thumb or your elbow pressing into the wall. Now, press down a little harder through your right foot. Ooh, feel that stretch. From your foot to your hip, from your hip along your ribs, up to your shoulder, right up to your fingertips. Sweep your arm up to the center, please. Reach both arms up. Inhale. And as you exhale, open your elbows wide. Press your elbows against the wall. Slide your elbows down. Slide your elbows up so that they're even with your shoulders. And press your elbows back, fingers on the wall. Press your knuckles onto the wall. Lift your heart up a little bit. Now soften your knees. And tilt your pelvis forward into the middle of the room so that you feel your lower back lengthening just like before. Pressing your elbows, your knuckles, lifting your heart up. Melt your arms down. Keep your knees bent, keep your lower back lengthened, bring your elbows into the wall, palms up, and now puff your heart forward. You'll feel a deep stretch across the front of your chest. You'll feel some active work in your upper back. And I certainly feel this lengthening in my lower back. I hope you do too. Inhale, exhale. Remember the purpose of our long extended exhales, self-regulation. Relax your arms down. Whew. Step your feet away from your wall just a little bit. Feet should be parallel like the number 11. Place your hands on your thighs and now slide down the wall to a wall sit. Now, if you feel too much pressure in your knees, well then simply walk your feet further forward. So your goal is approximately 90 degrees at your knees and at your hips. See if you can hold this wall sit. Inhale. Exhale. Just one more round of breath. I know it's a tough one. Inhale. And exhale. Now bring your hands to the wall and slide back up again. Step your feet back and turn your feet out so that your toes are pointed to the sides of the room. Now lean your butt against the wall and slide back down, opening up your hips. You could press your knees back a little bit. Once again, tilt your tailbone so that your pelvis is moving towards the middle of the room. Hello, inner thighs. Inhale. Exhale. You've done a good job of strengthening some muscle groups and making them more aware already. Press your hands onto your thighs. Please come back up. Okay, now keep your feet as wide as your mat. Okay, or if you're not using a mat, your feet will be wider than your hips. I'd like you to reach down and grab your block and place it right in between your feet. Hands on your thighs, hinge forward, bring your hands to the block. Now the block could be at any height. It can be low or medium or the highest height. With your butt still on the wall, bend your knees a lot. And then lift your tailbone high and hinge at your hips. You should feel a deep strengthening and lengthening in your legs. Bend your knees, lengthen your spine, fully supported here. Exhale, straighten your legs, lift your butt towards the ceiling. Let's do this 2 more times. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten, hinging from your hips, a nice long lengthened spine. Now bend your knees once more, walk your hands to your thighs and hinge your body up. Just lean back. Just observe how you feel. And because you're upside down, you might feel a little bit lightheaded. Just take a round of breath. Okay, once you're feeling good, let's move on to the next series. Keep your block about in the middle of your space. Now, as I teach you, there's a chance that you'll need to turn away from me for the second half of our series. So listen to the cues, so when I tell you later, you'll remember what to do, okay? All right, so for now, we'll step our left foot close to the wall, right between the wall and the floor. The pinky edge of your foot should be in there, okay? Very much braced. And place your left hand on the wall, right hand on your hip. Take a few steps away from the wall so that you've got very wide legs. And now lift your right toes and pivot towards the center of your room. Bend your knee a lot. Now you've got the support of the wall behind your foot and your hand. So see if you can find a deeper lunge than you typically practice in class. Okay, eventually your front thigh will be parallel with the floor. Reach your front hand up, your back hand on the wall, and begin to move your shoulders so that you're stacking your shoulders over your hips. Notice how that feels. It might feel different than when you don't use the wall. I certainly feel myself needing to pull my shoulders back. Maybe you feel the same. Deep breath in, a long exhale. Now stretch your front arm up towards the ceiling, the peaceful warrior. A deep breath in. As you exhale, stretch a little bit further back. You've got the support of the wall behind you. And now straighten your front leg. And start to stretch, stretch, stretch. Your hand may even touch the wall. And now return to the warrior 2. Bend your knee. Now, tick-tock your arms, one up, one down. We're moving on to triangle pose. You can reach for your block now and place it right in front of your ankle. Lean on your block as you stretch up and simultaneously stretch down. You are welcome to stay right here. If it feels good for you, and if it's in your practice already, then you can slowly begin to straighten your front leg. You are stable and solid. I'd like you to lift your eyes and look up towards your hand and just surrender to this process. I am safe, I am secure. A deep breath in and a long exhale. Bend your front leg again, please. And now tick-tock your arms, tick-tock like on a clock. And stand back up, straighten your front leg. Now we'll pivot so that both feet are parallel. Bend your knees and hinge forward. Now you can use your block in front of you if you like. Lengthen through your spine. And now let's try a gentle skandasana. That's a lunge from side to side. Lunging from side to side. And now keep your right knee bent. And see if you can sink a little bit deeper simply to stretch and lengthen your left inner thighs. Take a deep breath in. A long exhale. Now bring both hands up to your right leg. Stand up. Bring your left hand to the wall. And now we've got a fancy dismount. You'll press your hand onto the wall and step your left leg in. And then push off with your hand. A deep breath in. And a long exhale. All right, now we'll practice the same sequence on the other side. Pardon me for putting my back to you, but I've got you. I'm going to cue you through this whole thing, okay? So if you need to turn the other way, just listen to my cues, okay? Bring the block along to the other side for your triangle pose. And now bring your right foot to the corner between the wall and the floor. Bring your hand onto the wall and now take some tiny little steps so that you can have a nice wide posture. And as you pivot your foot, a very deep lunge. So you can bend and straighten a few times. And then try to settle into a low lunge. Your back leg very straight. You could press the pinky edge of your foot right into the wall for support. Now hold onto your wall and then just adjust your shoulders a few times. Let's adjust your shoulders so that they're in line and stacked over your hips. And just enjoy this warrior two, fully supported. If you're noticing that it feels very different with your hand on the wall, then close your eyes. Now let your body remember this sensation of stacking your shoulders over your hips. Okay, blink your eyes open and stretch your fingers up towards the ceiling. And then back behind you for the peaceful warrior. Keep your arm up in the air, eyes on your hand. Straighten your front leg. And continue reaching back. Maybe your thumb will touch the wall. And now return to the warrior two. Now we'll shift our arms. One arm down, the back arm comes up. And you'll bend down and down, reaching for your block at any height. Straighten your back leg. And now, if it's in your practice, straighten your front leg. And now you've got your triangle pose. Inhale, a long exhale, audible exhale. Oh, notice how good this feels on your body. Just surrender to that feeling. Now bend your front leg. Place your front hand on your front thigh. Return to warrior two. And now place your front hand on your front thigh and pivot your foot so that your feet are parallel, and you'll lunge from side to side. So I'd like you to keep going. I'm going to meet you right here, lunging from side to side. And now lunge over to your left side. Lean into your thigh and feel the deep stretch in your right inner thigh. Hinge your body up. Place your inside hand on the wall. Push into the wall. I hope I don't drop my painting here. Push into the wall and now step so that your feet are together. Lower your hand. Inhale and exhale. Feels so good. Okay, I'd like you to turn and face your wall. Okay, we're going to do a plank series that we normally can't do on the ground. We'll start with our hands a bit higher than our shoulders. Step your feet away from the wall just a bit wider than your hips. And now lower your elbows down onto the wall so that you're in a forearm plank. And then press back up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you're feeling safe and secure, you can close your eyes. Bend. Straighten. Bend. Straighten. You've got two more. Last time, please bend and straighten your arms. Blink your eyes open. And now push your hands off the wall. Stand tall. Inhale. Exhale. All right, we're going to use the wall to lower ourselves down to the ground. So one hand on the wall, other hand on your thigh. Bend your back leg. Lower down. Once you've arrived down on the ground, you'll take your towel, fold it once or twice, and use it as a little pillow for your knees. I'd like you to fold your feet so that your toes are on the ground, and then you'll slide the bottom, the sole of your foot onto the wall. Place your hands directly underneath your shoulders. And now begin to make little circles, just gentle circles, moving in one direction, massaging your wrists. And then the other direction. Okay, we've got another strength exercise. So come into the center, lengthen your spine, engage your core muscles, and now simply hover your knees off the ground. Just one more round of breath. Lower your knees back down to the floor. Walk your hands to your thighs and come up to your knees. Engage your seat muscles. Press your hips forward. Bring your thumbs to your shoulders, and now stretch your arms up overhead. Now make a V shape, V like victory. Exhale, engage your seat and press your hips forward towards the center of the room. As you reach back with your thumbs, maybe they'll touch the wall. Reach your heart to the ceiling, tilt your chin up just a little bit. Take a deep breath in and a long exhale. Thumbs off the wall. Come back down to your mat. Now we've got one more knee hover, or you might choose to move into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, engage your core muscles. Hover your knees above the ground or lift your hips up very high. Allow your head to hang heavy. You can bend one knee and the other knee. You might be looking at your feet. And notice how different your downward facing dog feels with your feet on the wall. A deep breath in and a long exhale. Okay, hold your legs still. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Inhale. Exhale. Now lower your knees down to the mat. Lift your torso up and shake your hands. Interlace your fingers, flip your hands inside out, get a nice stretch. And relax your hands down. We could sweep our feet off to the side, remove the towel. I'd like you to swing your legs out in front of you. We're moving on to what's called the staff pose. And one of my gurus in India tells me that this is one of the most powerful postures that there is. So scoot your hips all the way against the wall. Press your palms down into the mat. Draw your shoulders back. Sit as tall as you can, lengthening your spine. Draw your navel towards the wall. Widen your ribs, widen your shoulders. Think about lengthening through the back of your neck. Now flex your ankles hard. Press through your heels and spread your toes. You can intensify this posture by engaging your thighs, drawing your shoulders back, engaging your core more. You might even be able to flex your feet so hard that your heels leave the mat. Now roll your head across the wall, look to the left. Come back to center, roll your head to the right. And come back to center and relax. Slide your knees out wide and bring your feet close together. Keep yourself close to the wall and see how much contact you can make with the wall. Drawing your navel in, strengthening your core muscles, enhancing your posture, getting stronger and receiving all the feedback from your wall to increase your bodily awareness. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, press your thumbs back. Inhale, exhale. Slide your hands back down again. Let's repeat that one more time. Inhale, stretch up overhead. Exhale, press your thumbs back. Feel your spine lengthening, your shoulders strengthening. Now slide your hands back down. Relax your arms by your sides. Crisscross your legs, either leg in front, whichever is more comfortable for you. And now bring your right hand between your hip and the wall, okay? So just tuck your right hand onto the floor. You can also place your hand on a block if that feels more comfortable for you. And now your left hand will reach across your thigh and you'll twist, twist, twist to the right side of the room. Press your shoulder against the wall. And you can use the wall as leverage to help you press a little bit deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Now soften the grip on your leg. Soften the posture before you return to me. Now we'll do it on the other side. So your left hand comes down. You can place your hand on a block if that's more comfortable. Use your pressing arm to lengthen your spine, and now your right hand comes all the way across your lap. And now use this leverage to turn your shoulders towards the left side of the room. Pressing your shoulder against the wall. Such a nice deep twist to end our class with. Do you wring yourself out just like a washcloth? Before you release your knee, please soften all the muscles. Now we'll do a nice resting, seated Shavasana, leaning up against your wall, feeling the security of the wall. You could place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on top of that and say, "Self, I'm so proud of you for showing up today. You moved your body, you strengthened your muscles, you brought more awareness into your body. You breathed deep and you affirmed yourself. Self, you're a slightly different person than you were just 30 minutes ago, and you're moving in the right direction." I hope you had a good experience with this unique and special wall yoga class. I had a great time guiding you. Oh, hi, sweet girl. And I hope you'll join me again the next time you want to move and breathe. Until next time, stay happy and stay healthy. Namaste.